Alright, how do we spam DMs to unsuspecting OnlyFans subscribers to make a fuck ton of money? It's that easy, and this is the third video of this whole series. I feel like Netflix, so let's get right into it. Now, first of all, if you want to do these type of mass DMs, you need to buy premium. I think that makes sense, but if you fuck this whole thing up and if you're not following my exact instructions, you're just gonna waste a lot of time. So let me actually break down how to make this work so you're actually making an ROI out of it. First of all, like I already mentioned, doing this with accounts with less than 20k followers isn't really worth it. Like we already talked about, X is gonna like nuke the fuck out of your accounts. So make sure to do this in 1.5 months, 2 months, 3 months when you're actually at that stage. But already prepare for it so you can just get right into it when your account's at that level, because at a certain point, when you have these big accounts, you can get up to 1,000 DMs that you can send out. Now you have to be a bit careful, kind of chill with that, but we're gonna get to it in a sec. Now, the people you want to DM, before we get into the actual DMs, who do you want to send these to? Now, I'm gonna rank them from best to worst, because the S tier, ideal people you DM, are people who either liked your tweets or replied to them within the last 30 days, because they already know you, they engage with you, you get the point on why that is probably the most profitable thing to do. The second thing, the A tier, are for people who followed you in the last 7 days, also very good, not as much engagement, but still very good to DM. We get to the B tier, yeah, you can do that, but people who are engaged with similar accounts to yours in the similar niche, in the similar bubble, where the content is kind of the same, but it might go to requests in the DMs, it's not perfect, because X is already not stupid. If someone never liked your tweet, if someone never commented, if someone never followed you, and you send them a DM, they can differentiate between the types of DMs you send out. So it might go to the DM request. And the C tier, which is what we don't do, we stay away from that, we skip that, it's just random ass people, right? Obviously we don't cold DM them, they're gonna report you. Again, if you send out cold DMs, your number one enemy is reports from people you just DM. So getting reports from that, the people are not going to reply, you're just going to waste a bunch of time. However, assuming we DM like S and A tier, maybe B tier, what we want to do in the DMs is match the lingo in that certain bubble. So if we're in the anime bubble, for example, we're not going to jump into DM like, yo bro, how are you doing, my man? Like, what's up? We're gonna go into the DMs in the anime bubble like sayonara doitsu, like some gay shit. But on the other hand, obviously you wanna be flirty. Don't be too sexual. Don't be like, yo, what's up? Like, poop, fart, cum 27. Can I maybe suck you off one day? Like, obviously he's gonna report that. It's not authentic. So just match the lingo in the bubble. Be a bit flirty, like, hi, you know, cute shit. And don't send the link in the first DM. I didn't have to mention this. Seriously, right? I didn't have to explain it. But don't send out the wife link in the first fucking DM. Like, of course you're gonna get nuked. However, now, in the first week, your KPIs look something around that. So you want to send like 20 to 40 DMs per day. You can go a bit lower than that. Just kind of chill, see how the numbers react. We're going to get to that. But in week 2 and 3, you can go up to like 60 to 100 DMs a day if the numbers match. So you can go very, very high with that because, and here's the thing, you can, if you send out these DMs during the peak hours in the US, which is 7 to 10 p.m. EST, the only ways on when you should stop sending these DMs are 3 occasions that can happen. First of all, if the DM response rate drops massively, if you see, okay, nobody's opening it anymore, something's wrong. You're probably landing in a requests folder or your DMs are being held back. Second of all, if your engagement on new posts that you do drops massively. You see, if I drop a new tweet, the engagement is super, super low, we might have a problem, Houston. And third of all, if your impressions should drop more than 40% in a week. Those are the 3 cases where you should probably stop sending DMs or you should drastically slow it down until you fix the issue, which is one of the things which gets so individual, I couldn't even put it in the video. So if you need help with implementing all of this into your agency, with all of the other steps that I really don't bother making Loom videos on, you can just text me and I'll see if it makes sense. I'll see if I can help you. But so far, hope the entire Twitter/X breakdown was helpful and I'll see you somewhere soon.